Hello, my name is Ronaldo Cortez. I am the Mechatronics Product Manager at Gerrie Electric, and today we're continuing our Smart Machine Workshop series. We're tackling the topic that is always on top of our minds, which is the money. Specifically, how does a smart machine make me money? I will go through the presentation, but as I'm presenting, please write out all your questions in the chat and we will answer them as they come in. Let's begin. Technology is always advancing at a fast pace, from dial-up internet to fiber gigabit speeds, from the brick cell phones of the past to handheld devices that are 1,000 times smarter than the computer that took NASA to the moon. In the same way, technology has impacted the factory floor. We can now see augmented reality to help train new employees, AI systems that are monitoring operations, allowing for high-speed decision making, smart sensors that connect to your phone to give you real-time status, or a connected enterprise that gives accurate lead times from production to your customer's door. We can now build up and scale up. I present to you the connected enterprise, the vision for smart manufacturing. In order to have smart manufacturing, you need smart plants, built from smart machines, equipped with smart devices. It always starts from the ground up. Smart devices allow you to scale up, build up your processes, and keep current to the ever-increasing demand. Say that you're an OEM. Why would you want to build a smart machine? Here's some of the key business drivers for you. It simplifies your integration, making information readily accessible throughout the manufacturing process. This information is not always easy to read, so you might have to enable it, making it easily digestible formats so that people can make decisions from it. This information might be sensitive, so you have the ability to enhance your security, locking up information and granting access to those who should see it. A smart machine gives you predictive maintenance. You're always aware of your wear items and you're staying on top of your maintenance procedures, especially during downtimes instead of during production. They are adaptive machines. You're now able to move from SKU to SKU in a timely manner that doesn't affect production. And ultimately, you're creating a new revenue stream. You can connect remotely to your machine and coach someone as to how to repair it or run it. How does a smart machine impact you if you're an end user? Well, you're increasing your revenue by producing more. It reduces your cost of goods by reducing downtime and eliminating scheduling delays, thus increasing your selling capacity volume. It reduces the days of raw material that is in inventory, and outstanding sales days are reduced by cutting the days between buying raw material and getting paid from the finished goods. Smart machines give you a clear picture of how to better use your assets by letting you know which machines are idle or could produce more. Now you can gauge whether you can use your existing machinery to increase output or if a new machine is required. Smart machines provide advantages for both the OEM and the end user. By putting more smart devices in your machine, it allows for more data capturing to occur during the manufacturing process. The data can then be displayed in a dashboard format to allow for smart decision making. And finally, you can optimize the throughput of the machine, something both the OEM and the end user can use to build up and scale up. There are many factors that need to be considered as you journey from concept to completion in the pursuit of a truly connected enterprise. You have to consider global competitiveness in the market. Economic and political factors put more pressure on global companies, evident with COVID-19. Sustainability of business model to remain relevant for the long term require people, technology, and brand proposition. Consumer expectations have risen as innovative companies across industries have raised the bar on agility, transparency, choice, and operational excellence, moving from mass production to mass customization. You have to consider the workforce and the changing of the workforce. Retirement, economic expansion, and technology evolution are overwhelming companies' ability to staff operation. We're roughly seeing about 10K people a month turning 65 right at the retiring age. manufacturing and industrial operations IP, and tribal knowledge are leaving with the aging workforce. Incumbent talent often lacks the necessary technological skills. You have to consider the risk, changing risk patterns and vulnerabilities. Many highly publicized, especially in this new world of social media, and expensive incidents, security, injury, death have occurred worldwide. Remote monitoring, vendors and suppliers are increasingly allowed onto networks. Bring your own device to work policies create new security issues, increasing layers of complexity for regulatory compliance. You have to consider the technology, merging the physical and virtual worlds. The proliferation of intelligent devices capable of communicating on a standard network, aka Ethernet, involving having systems to capture, move, and analyze data across operational network. When we talk about smart manufacturing from an end user perspective, it's all about exceeding productivity and efficiency goals. To do that, they are driven to faster time to market, improve asset utilization, lower total cost of ownership or predictive maintenance, enterprise risk management. As an end user pursues smart machines, they need OEM partners that create smart machines and equipment that easily integrate into a facility and production, provide access to information, and be flexible to quickly react to the changing market demands. They also need to be standardized, performs optimized, and cost effective. Smart machines are unleashing opportunities across your entire enterprise. The engineering team now are using data analysis to drive decisions throughout the design and manufacturing process. Your service team is now optimized by improving customer success, reducing service costs, and delivering new value via product performance and world-class service. Your products and service teams are now able to develop new products, new services, and new business models that enable differentiation and new revenue opportunities. Your manufacturing team is able to improve the operational efficiency, reduce manufacturing costs, accelerate time to production, and ensure quality of compliance. And your sales team is now more connected to the final product. Now they have a visual representation that can show to the end users to show them how their final product will work. So what's the value of a smart machine to an OEM and end user? On the OEM side, you're unlocking information-driven service models, which is your ability to connect remotely, help monitor your machine, or help troubleshoot remotely to your end user. You're unlocking information-driven design, which is your ability to capture new data on how your machine's performing and see areas of improvement. For your end user, you're unlocking a faster speed to market, which is your ability to optimize the time of your raw material to finished good. You're optimizing your cost and efficiency. You're now being able to communicate back to your end users and then talk to them about how to better use raw material, maybe new packaging, new form factors. And now you're also unlocking asset utilization, which is your ability to see whether or not you can use your existing machinery to produce more, or if you need to buy more in order to produce more. This is how a global manufacturer could expect to save money using smart machines. You're reducing your training costs. The number of workers who are now receiving training per year is reduced. The number of training hours per worker is also less, and accounting for the wage of the workers, you're now seeing less costs associated with training hours. You could also reduce the maintenance costs. The total number of visits on site, while they remain the same, the length of the visit is now reduced, and instead of charging an on-field technician an hourly rate to fix your machine, now you can charge a subscription-based service to maintain the machine. The meantime repair costs per hour is significantly reduced from $100,000 to $15,000 per hour. Here are some of the digital tools for smart machine architectures. You can expect proposal efficiency, seeing fewer mistakes in the proposal phase, and more accurate cost estimation, cleaner handoff to engineering, and higher customer satisfaction. You can also expect design efficiency, better use of IP, programming, drawings, etc. Tighter integration with all tools from CAD to programming to visualization. Better simulation and emulation capability without having actual hardware or machinery. Its potential is for shorter design times, more accurate simulation, and fewer design costs. It unlocks informative decision making. More data is collected means better visualization into performance and diagnostics, helps drive better performance and better decision making. Examples: when to make a product, how much product, when to switch over to a different product, etc. It provides service efficiency. Faster MTTR means less downtime, fewer travel costs, more effective technicians. Multiple calls per day versus per day because of travel. Remote connectivity opens the door for diagnostics and predictive analytics. Those are some of the ways using smarter, more integrated tools can help you deliver or maintain a smart machine. Here's a typical architecture that you might see at a plant, delivering smart data and information. Smart sensors can now tell you what they're seeing, what faults they're experiencing, and letting you know specifically how to better improve performance. You can have a smart motor control, reading temperature, vibration, and letting you know when a motor is going out of service. It can give info to an operator or manager, performing comparison with different lines or different locations, seeing what's affecting a machinery performance. Is it the equipment or is it the people working in the machine? A smart machine is giving you smart device data. A sensor might tell you whether it needs to be cleaned or not. A VFD might tell you whether a component needs to be replaced or not. A vibration sensor on a motor might tell you whether that motor needs maintenance. An e-stop operation cam will tell you whether a device needs to be replaced or whether the device is not being operated correctly. All this culminates into smart decision making. Now you have seamless communication and system visibility for increased performance and flexibility. You can operate and maintain performance through intelligent equipment and networks. You're reducing unplanned downtime with alarms and advanced diagnostic information. You're also helping your personnel be safe by keeping them away from hazards through remote monitoring. And you're simplifying your troubleshooting and reducing your startup time. Here are the Rockwell offerings that make smart integration possible. With Factory Talk Actuate, gives you insights into production and performance monitoring. It helps you bring you context of your inputs and output. It's not just on and off conditions, but actually monitoring, finding trends, and having an analytical view as to how these I/O are interactive with one another. Logix AI offers predictive and prescriptive analytics. You are modeling input interactions and how they're conducive to production. You are then able to make modifications depending on how your machine performs in real production versus your simulated machine model. Then we can help the digital worker with PTC THINGWORX. You get the additional collected information in an easy to digest format. PTC Vuforia View gives you a simulated view of your machine and how it operates during production. And PTC Vuforia Chalk gives you the capability of connecting remotely to your machine to give instructions to those who are interacting with the machine in person. Seeing is believing, and as an added value, Rockwell has created an electric vehicle customer experience center where all these packages are working together and bringing a smart plan to life. If you or someone you know would want to visit and see for yourself, please let us know. All these initiatives will bring you operational efficiency, operations and service efficiency, and take well-informed decisions with real-time data. Here's some additional technologies and smart tools that drive efficiency and create additional revenue streams. You can unlock advanced process control pertaining to intelligent motor control, advanced process control, chassis-based predictive control, and server-based model predictive control. Basically, you get a sense of what your machine is doing, what will happen, what should occur, and how to address issues if any faults or errors are detected. We also offer adaptive motion control with standalone, network communications, integrated motion, and adaptive tuning. If you ever work with servo motors, you're aware that tuning is an important step required for the motor to know how the mechanical components connected to the motor behave and how to drive them. This is usually a manual step, but now AI can react to a change in the mechanism and auto-tune a motor for the optimal performance. You can also get intellectual property and tamper protection. You can get password protection, role-based intellectual protections, license-based IP protection, and execution protection. Basically, you can run code through an SD card and keep your machine protected, knowing that you can't run it without the right activation code. We can provide analytics for devices. Device level analytics appliance providing analytic for smart devices with pre-built reports. You can connect multiple devices into a network and quickly get their status, maintenance information, and monitor your overall machine performance. Rockwell has also developed Factory Talk Team 1, which is a mobile tool for maintenance collaboration, tag monitoring, system health, notifications, information sharing, and troubleshooting. Now you can get content pushed out to your team in the one app to get special flag status and share info with your team. Imagine a plan where teams in different shifts can be aware of the activity of the previous team and any ongoing issues that need to be addressed. Rockwell has also created Rockwell Automation Process Training Units, fully operational process unit demonstrating the latest Rockwell automation and solution partners' process capabilities. We have one PT unit that has been established in Edmonton and one is coming to Burlington soon. Now you can train and simulate train your new workers on all these new tools. These tools are delivering operational efficiency, design efficiency, and you can take informative decisions and reduce your training cost. Now we're going to talk about some real world examples of how different companies have utilized smart machines, what were their challenges, and how they overcame them. So this particular one on screen is regarding Autoliv in collaboration with system integrator KALYPSO. Autoliv is a Swedish automotive safety supplier with sales to all leading car manufacturers worldwide. Together, its joint ventures, Autoliv has 67,000 employees in 27 countries, of whom 5,700 are involved in research, development, and engineering. In addition, the company has 14 technical centers around the world, including 19 test tracks, more than any other automotive safety supplier. The challenge is mainly due to this big scope of the company. They have over 1,200 employees, over 97 manufacturing cells and lines, 64 million units produced in the year 2018, 65 shipping locations, and they have a location that is over 500,000 feet square. So what were they trying to accomplish? They were trying to accomplish support and flawless execution, provide a solution to detect out of control variation in the manufacturing process, execute with diligence, reliability, and efficiency, demonstrate best-in-class quality with superior operational excellence, cost optimization, and asset utilization. So with continuous improvement in production, what they really wanted to accomplish was real-time data capture and sharing, significant cost reduction, enhanced productivity, increased speed to market, new business opportunities, and enable remote expertise. The solution was at the IBC factory. They're using THINGWORX to gather and visualize data for statistical process control, SPC, which is the application of statistical methods to the monitoring and control of process to ensure that it operates and is potential to produce conforming product. It also supports ongoing initiatives to improving production efficiency. They're now building a factory of the future using THINGWORX for production performance monitoring, a centralized location creating transparency about the plant performance via dashboards with drill down functionality, customized and action-driven dashboards tailored to specific agents on different plant levels, paperless shift handover focus on quickly capturing the key points for increased transparency. They'll want to capture predict maintenance, scenario modeling, predicted quality or zero defect, statistical process control, machine metric monitoring, customized dashboard for performance management, labor efficiency analytics. And they also use Vuforia for remote expertise, operator work instructions, technical work instructions. The results has improved visibility into the KPIs across lines, teams, groups, and sites, increased OEE and on-time delivery, increased accuracy of resource allocation and capacity planning, reduce scrap and rework, improve uptime, revenue and quality, improve workforce efficiency. For our next example, we have Bogart Longyear. They're a drilling company, and they gained 65 hours of drilling time with rig health workflow by reducing the duration of frequency of downtime events, by lowering frequency of bit changes, and increasing efficiency of digital shift handover. They had over 128 years of mineral drilling experience. They have a global footprint, and they are a world-leading provider of drilling services, drilling equipment, and tooling for mining and drilling companies. The challenge: how to manage a mobile drilling fleet using overall equipment effectiveness principles. They were missing operation database from non-connected rigs. They want to increase the efficiency of drilling services operations. They want to quantitatively identify engineering and innovation projects. They want to identify continuous improvement projects. They want to get a gateway to increase maintenance efficiency, preventative and predictive maintenance, and increase uptime. The solution was drilling services OEE system with two primary components. One was rig health unplanned downtime event tracking system to reduce duration of downtime events and to reduce the frequency of downtime events. And two, a rig cycle log, a short interval control system to reduce frequency of bit changes, reduce duration of pre-shift activities, and increase drilling hours. The implementation, they field collection of operational data through tablets, shift summary data provided real time to the operators, and they want the ability to alert the business of unplanned downtime events. They had daily data summaries to field supervisors during short interval control. They're easy to read, color-coded reports, contract summary for all rigs associated to the supervisors, rig down management, detailed rig down log used for both communication and root cause analysis, easy to read reports for weekly rig down review meetings, KPI reporting tools, building historian database that can be used for cross-department productivity improvement projects. And the results, they enable predictive maintenance and real-time asset health monitoring to improve uptime and OEE. The OEE benefit was 65 plus hours of additional drilling hours, equating to 2% increase in drilling hours. The next steps, they want to enable prescriptive analytics to have multiple data sources merged together with machine learning technology to provide predictive models and optimized decisions. They want to implement augmented reality for exploring and augmented training and field service part recognitions in apps. Our next example brings us to the Carlsberg Group. They implemented a global online packaging performance tracking solution. Using an IoT approach in machine data connectivity and cloud-based application, this setup allowed Carlsberg to fast-track deployments and get worldwide packaging lines data available to all user groups. The challenge: the company grew through acquisitions. They had multiple technologies and had underperforming packaging lines. The solution: THINGWORX with KEPWARE to improve operational performance, OEE, of all packaging lines without changing assets and controls in place. They define a template, KEPWARE and THINGWORX OEE app, and now they are deploying on top of the existing packaging lines. Brock Solution was the partner that helped deploy it. They also work in conjunction with Microsoft. They hosted their data on Azure in 3 regional private cloud services in Asia, Europe, and US. Data also goes from the Microsoft Power BI to be combined with other enterprise data for enterprise dashboards. The results is improved OEE with minimal disruption on operations, and they gain real-time visibility into the factory. This is a quote from the Carlsberg Group. Our goal was to increase the performance management of our packaging line, so we implemented THINGWORX to track line downtime and OEE process. Since this implementation, which started in early 2018, we have deployed up to 10 plus breweries. That's a good achievement for the Rockwell Group. For our next example, we have the Fresenius Medical Care Group. They're the world's largest provider of dialysis products and services. They enable real-time production line monitoring to reduce downtime, improve quality, and increase visibility across the entire enterprise. They had 2 challenges that they wanted to address. The first one was regarding data and no visibility. Supply chain secretary was manually gathering the data. Talked to finance and HR and Kronos teams every month to gather details. The report was compiled in Excel. 2 weeks out of every month was wasted in gathering data and compiling a report. Different views of the data would take weeks to create. It's basically the wrong person doing the wrong job. The solution was THINGWORX dashboard solution. It automated data gathering. It set data dumps directly to SQL tables from Kronos. They got automated emails sent to PeopleSoft and processed by solution. They got file drops from Sherlock and processed by solutions. They provided manual data entry for budget by regional managers, basically the right people doing the right job. And they provided a dashboard to quickly visualize various data points for senior vice president, and regional managers. The second challenge was regarding an Excel spreadsheet, very large file size over a short time. File crashes, file transfer over the one, data access issues, read-only view. Only one user at a time could read it. Read-only view for others. Keep an access schedule. Data was not centralized. Every report had to be exported. Light data security. Data was not backed up. The solution was THINGWORX dashboard solution. Now the data was viewable to multiple users. It could be displayed in a TV terminal in the plant. Data was then inserted directly to a dashboard and can be automated for a future date. Data security is handled through group-based permissions. Rapid development, so 2 weeks for initial version. Data is now centralized. Can be used for reporting solutions on the same data. The data is now backed up. A new site, line, or shift can be added by the administrator role. It's a lightweight application, can be held by a browser, and the raw data exports were easily achievable. Next, we have a global tire manufacturer that, when using THINGWORX, they ended up saving an average of $1 per tire with predictive analytics. What was their challenge? Well, they faced challenges with the adjustment of process conditions for best output quality given the variation in the quality of supply raw material. Variation of raw material characteristics adds complexities to the tire manufacturer process control. Process parameters like baking temperature, baking time, and over environmental pressure need adjustment for best tire quality outcome for each batch of raw material. They needed to develop and validate a solution that determines optimal process conditions for tire quality before manufacturing at scale. Their solution was to use oven curing baking conditions, a master temperature control, chamber pressure, and cycle time to predict tire quality using machine learning from THINGWORX analytics. Temp sensorized tire mold for spots 20 times base tracking during curing process. It captures heat distribution in rubber as this varies across the mold. They correlate mold spot temp trend to find final tire quality KPIs. Correlate oven master temperature over pressure and to curing cycle time to tire mold spot temperature trend. The THINGWORX solution is also being used to deliver digital work instruction to the plant floor. Previously, operators were working with as many as 3 screens in addition to paper to view work instruction. So now there's integrations of system, peoples, and tools, access to 3D product definition and engineering standards. Now they have a clear process execution, and they manage and check the operation tasks by adding intelligence to the tools and shop floor systems. The results, they determine optimal condition for the best tire quality to be lower oven temperature, shorter cycle time, and adjusted oven environment pressure. Their benefits was reduced scrap rate, they increase throughput, and reduce energy cost. After all those examples, I hope you get a sense of what a smart machine is capable of doing and how they can improve your manufacturing process. As an end user, your main takeaway would be that the manufacturing, commissioning, and control testing of your machine can be a synchronous process that doesn't affect production. And as OEM, you're looking for continuous improvement, how to further improve your machine, how to make it better, and make it future-proof. Thank you for joining us on our last Smart Machine Workshop series. It was a pleasure talking to you guys about the near future and what's upcoming. I hope you get a sense of what is possible to do with Rockwell as your automation partner. Please send us a message if you have any questions. And for now, I'll pass it back to David. Thank you again.